Ahead of the 2023 general elections, public affairs analyst Patrick Osatohanmwen has encouraged the youth to actively participate in politics to bridge the generation gap that exists in political positions. Osatohanmwen stated this on Tuesday as the keynote speaker in the third edition of the CorruptionTori Follow Us Fight Corruption series webinar on minimizing corruption in the 2023 election, the role of the youth.
For a population like ours, where the demographic composition tells us that the youths are actually more, it's very commonsensical for us to infer that the youth should actually be on the frontliner in terms of the political reality of the state.
According to him, everybody bears the brunt of bad leadership, irrespective of ethnicity or religion, while stating that the consequence of non-partisan by the youth is bad governance. The keynote speaker lamented how the youth did not maintain their stand in politics, which paved the way for older generation to still be in power and create a generation gap that cannot address the need of the younger population.
There need to be a reawakening call among our young people to participate, because not participating is so dangerous. Whether you fold your hands or you do something, you're going to feel the heat if the government is bad. So our young people with good idealisms, with good education, with good thought patterns, with good, with strength and vigor, they should be involved in politics. We do not want sick people, in the aim of affair anymore. It retards the national growth. A sick man cannot think properly. A weak man cannot think properly. A man that is mentally unstable cannot think properly for the nation. And the nation is complex enough. Already, we have 36 states, 774 local governments. We have 6 geopolitical zones. I mean, over 200 million people by statistics. And then you cannot risk putting or having an individual who does not have the mental ability, the physical ability to run a nation.
Also, another speaker, Adiza Michelia, said the youth are human resources that are being used by politicians to achieve their aim. Adiza said that Nigeria's politics is complex and difficult for the young who aspire to be elected into office due to lack of financial capacity.
Because this is something is going to be more of like a business. If you are to give someone something, definitely later you expect to get something in return. So they should understand that these people that are coming that will not give them anything is not because they don't like them, but because they want their future to be better. They won't want to use their own personal money, give them something, and then later in the future, instead of the money they will do something for them with, they will not take it as a refundment for what they have spent. And then for the people, I think in as much as we know that the country, there are a lot of things, fuel price is high, foodstuffs, everything is high, but it's good to understand that let's not make the mistake we've made previously. Or let me know the mistake. Everybody makes mistakes, but let's not try to make those mistakes again by collecting items and then later we'll suffer the consequences. Let's understand that, okay, this is the time to make things right. Let's just get it once and for all. For those at the top. So if our youth will come together again and collaborate on a deeper level about priorities and objectives and then stick to them, I think this will also go a long way to help.
Also, some other participants at the webinar made their contributions on how youth inclusiveness in politics is important, especially with the forthcoming 2023 elections.
As the 2023 elections come, in addition to corruption, we must begin to synthesize what quality of people are emerging on the turf and what do they stand for. And I must caution here our young people, one of the dividing factors those seeking power use is to remind you that he comes from your constituency, your ethnic constituency, your regional constituency. As a matter of truth, the parties are already tearing you apart.
I'm sure bad governance affects both Christians and Muslims and atheists. Nobody is spared. You buy fuel. I have never seen a fuel filling station being sold for Christians alone or for Muslims alone at a particular price. I am sure that we all suffer the same bad hospitals and the same bad healthcare and welfare packages for Nigerians. So we should throw away with this ethnicity and religion.
Public affairs analysts, politicians, journalists, active youth, and NGOs participated in the webinar. CorruptionTori is a program that educates ordinary Nigerians on the consequences of corruption and ways to fight it. It is supported by MacArthur Foundation and produced by Signature TV. The 4th edition of Follow Us Fight Corruption webinar series comes up in August 2022 in Abuja. Nasiru Usman for Signature TV.